Hey, hey, and good evening, morning, whatever time it is, wherever you are watching this from. So right now I seem to only see people that I know are located in Germany, so hi. Yeah, so uh, today I'm going to tackle the other thing. Oh, hi, Ben. Today I'm going to try to tackle the other thing that I desperately need to design because it's bothering me every single day. So I got myself a smartwatch um, Oh, hi, Thinky Head. Um, yeah, and well, pretty much smartwatch holder. So I got myself a Galaxy Watch 4 for Christmas, mostly because of the release of the Home Assistant Wear OS app, which is a bit embarrassing considering that this is pretty much what triggered this acquisition. But it's been really helpful because I also tend to not notice when I get calls on the phone and such. So that has been solved by this as well, which is nice because now my wrist just starts vibrating and I know that someone is trying to reach me. Anyhow, the thing with this is that usually I put wearables or anything on me, like my glasses and I don't know. Yeah, usually only my glasses, really, because I don't really wear that much jewelry apart from earrings, and those just stay in. But usually I just put everything of this in on in the so put that off myself in the bathroom when I get ready for bed at the evening. But the problem is I don't have a place to charge the watch there, and I want to charge it overnight. So currently, I always have to remember that I take the watch and the phone with me, um, and then place the watch on the charger that is currently on my nightstand. And that is annoying because then usually I also forget to take it with me in the morning, and then I spend half the day running around without a watch, and then I wonder where's my watch. And well, so this has to end. So the idea is to have some kind of wall mount for this little charger thing here, which loads the watch through induction. And to just be able to place the watch in the bathroom that way to the wall mounted charger. So, pretty straightforward idea, really. I have some of these power strips by Tisa here in Germany that are suited for wet rooms, so to speak, and I plan to mount the wall mount with that to the wall in the bathroom. And so the only thing that I still need is something that holds the charger at, I don't know, maybe a 45-degree angle to the wall so that I can also look on the watch. Hi, Wiesel. Uh, Also, hi, Tim, and hi, whoever else is here. So that I can mount it like that on the wall and then just put the watch on there. And that's also slightly magnetic, so a slight angle should not be that big of a problem. But that way I could also uh, yeah, see the display. I mean, not that I really need to, because I also have a display like a Fire tablet mounted right above that. But yeah, still, I want it at an angle just for presentation purposes, I guess. And then I can just at the evening I can just throw the watch on there and hopefully forget things less. Because the good thing is that the place where I want to place it is also right next to where I put my the rubber band thingy that holds my hair back. So that is something that I do not forget in the morning. So when I reach for that, I will also see, hey, the watch is still on the charging stand. And so long story short, wall mount for that so that I can put that on that and charge it overnight. So first of all, we need to take some measurements again because I have no idea how. Ugh, black on black is really nice and visible, right? And that has a diameter of 36 millimeters. And that is about everything that we need. Maybe the height as well. Ooh, it's magnetic. That's a bit annoying. Wait, first we should probably create a spreadsheet. Then, so we have charger dia. And also we have charger height. And we also have charger cable because we have to put the cable somewhere, right? So charger dia, we said 36 millimeters. Charger height, Ah. Magnets. 9.25, 9.2. Ah, it's a bit tricky. It has attached itself firmly to the underside, as you can see. Yeah, 9.2. 9.2 millimeters. Ah, magnets. Hi, Johnny. So 9.2 millimeters. And the cable, 5 millimeters, I would say. And of course, we'll add some safety margin there so we don't run into any issues. And then we also need to set the alias here. I'm quickly doing this. Oh, wait. And charger cable as well. Yep. Well, and then we can actually start a new part, which will be our wall mount. And yeah, so the question really is how I want to go about that. I'm picturing something that is, so if this is the wall, that is basically going like this. If this makes sense, it's a bit hard to to do that. Hi there. So like at an angle, and then just loop the wire down like this, and then maybe back. I don't know if I will just leave some space to put cable ties through there or what exactly to do with the cable there. I first have to figure out the shape. So it is, to explain, this whole wall mount thing is currently at a very, very rough shape in my head, and you get to witness how I try to make sense of the idea that I have and how to best, how I implement it and what shape I end up with. But in any case, what we will need here is, so what I know is that I want the part that will go against the wall. I want that to go against the print bed. Yeah. Yeah, Gumiku, it helps to actually not mute a tab if you want to notice when I go online. Yeah, so we are going to start with the XY plane again. For some reason, that is usually my favorite plane to start with. And then we are going to figure out some basic shape with which we will attach this to the wall, I guess. So I'm picturing something. Hi, Twitch Placid Cat. Yeah, well, usually I would also be working at this time of the day, but I don't know if you know that, but I have settled on a 4-day work week a while ago because I noticed that only 2 days of a weekend cannot really help at all with the drain that running Octoprint puts on me. So it might sound counterintuitive, but ever since I did this, I've actually been more productive during the week. But so Fridays is my day off, and so today I get to stream some FreeCAD and also did some other stuff today. Also, I hope again that you cannot hear that, but there's some drilling going on again apparently. But that might also be, so there is a big construction site roughly in this direction next door, so that might also be that. So yeah, the idea would be to do some kind of U shape maybe that attaches to the wall, so that I then, when I go for a roundish shape in the front for the angle, it all fits, you know. Again, I'm just making this up as I go here. I don't have a full plan yet. So let's see. And Johnny, you might hear bad things about FreeCAD, but frankly, that's usually from people who have not taken the time to adapt to a new CAD solution. Because I can tell you that no matter from what CAD software you come, when you switch to another CAD software, you will usually encounter resistance because simply things are different. And personally, I made the switch from Fusion to FreeCAD within a weekend, and I have not looked back. So I want a center and endpoint arc. Go from here to here. And now we need to figure out a size. So, yeah, that is tricky. Hi, Mr. Jacob. So let's say we probably want some wall strength to clip stuff in, right? So just going with the size of the charger alone will not that I mean it needs to sit somewhere, so it will get some kind of rim around it. So I would say we also add some kind of wall thing here that we set to, let's say, maybe 3 extrusion widths, so 1.2 millimeters. Might also be too much. We will have to see. I don't know. It's an experiment. We can always adjust this if we make it a parameter. Oh yeah, I also started with OpenSCAD, so that is a whole different approach. And yeah, hi Trevor. So I guess this will then probably have something like a radius. A radius? A radius. No, not a radius. Everyone actually want a diameter here. Constrain the diameter. And we want this to be spreadsheet dot charger dia plus spreadsheet dot wall, but times 2 because we want walls on each side. And then we also want this to have some size here that I'm currently trying to figure out. So let's say this is spreadsheet dot charger dia divided by 2 plus spreadsheet dot wall times 2, because that will then basically make it fit. If the whole thing fitted inside here, that would make it fit. Okay, and then we want to extrude this, and I think I'm simply going to take an arbitrary height here now, just to have some value here that we then have to work with to figure out what looks good, what works good. So as I said, I don't have a strict sketch here yet. I'm making this up as I go. So you might see these values change a bit here and there while I figure out the best shape for this mount thing. So we have a spreadsheet dot mount height. So that would be the basic first shape, right? And now we need to do terrible things with it. Wait, it looks like this. Right. Because we said that this is supposed to be the back, not this. Though, would that maybe make sense? Let me think real quick if that would maybe make sense. Huh. I'm getting a really interesting idea right now to design this, to be honest. Let me remove the pad for a bit. I said remove the pad again. Oh, I'm still in the, sorry, I still have the task of padding selected. So let's remove the pad again. And I just figured, if this attaches to the wall, why don't we just rotate it, around this axis here. For that, though we might have to relocate the sketch, but let's see. So if we say we rotate this thing, yeah, we need a new, we need to make this here some kind of datum line. And then we can say that we want to rotate this sketch around this thing. Of course, not 360 degrees. But something like maybe 80 or 60. Let's check 60. Actually minus 60 or reversed. How about something like this? Or is this... Now that will look weird on the wall, right? With this belly shape here, maybe? I don't know. What do you think? The alternative is that we create a sketch at this rotation angle. Yeah, exactly. Hi, Ramses. Yeah, Wasred, I'm also thinking that a loft might be better than a rotation here because this belly... I don't know. That looks a bit too hefty for my taste, so let's try a loft instead. So, okay, we cancel this. We also remove the datum line again. And now we need a datum plane. Or do we? Yeah, that is... No, do we? Wait. I think I would make my life a whole lot easier if I changed the sketch so that this thing up here is the x-axis. You know, like that. It doesn't sit here like this, but instead this here is this. But for this, of course, I need to change some of the... So we are actually going to quickly redo this. Sorry for the changing stuff around here, but we are going to do this instead. Then we are going to create this arc again. And also are going to give this the line height, the height again of... what was this again? Mount height, right? Yeah. Was that mount height? No, not mount height. Sorry, that was stupid. Instead, it was spreadsheet charger dia divided by 2 plus oh, come on, spreadsheet dot wall times 2. That looks better, yeah. And then we also need to give this here the diameter again. And that is dia plus like this. And something is still has some degrees of freedom. Ah, yeah, we need to make this here tangent. Was this here? Yeah. And the same here, I think, probably. Yeah. And then now it's green and happy and yeah. So again, this is not the ground floor, this is the back of the whole thing. And I also have to try to remember that because this is somewhat confusing, I have to admit. Okay, sketch clone. We simply, yeah, we want an actual clone, right? We do not want a shape binder. So we, no, that creates a whole new body. We don't want a new body. So the thing is that we actually want this thing, but at an angle, right? Whew. Yeah, so now I get to figure out how to do that. And you can witness live my desperate struggles to figure that out. Can I do a polar array? Oh, a polar array of the sketch. That's an interesting idea. Let's say. Let's see. So we do a polar array of the... nah. It needs a solid for that. Nah, it doesn't allow that. But it's an interesting idea. What we could try... No, we don't. No, that is a stupid idea. The thing is, if I clone, it clones it into a new body. I don't want a new body. And I have to admit that I used a shape binder in the past, but I don't really know what it is anymore. I've forgotten it. I can move it back. Ah, okay. Then try that. Let's try that. So we have a clone here that has some no shells or comp solids found in shapes. Oh, I think it doesn't like cloning a sketch either, so that doesn't work. There is a polar array in Sketch Tools, but that is for doing stuff on the sketch plane. You know what? I think I'm simply going to do something that, if this was any more complicated than it is, would suck. But the way that things are, I think a datum plane here that is rotated around the, I think it is the x-axis, by something like 80 degrees might really be the easiest thing here. Let's see. So that would... hello? Where did my datum plane go? Oh! I see. Yeah, okay, it's there. It's there. It's just really hard to see, but it is there. Okay. Make this 60. That looks like a good, nice angle, but for some reason I want it in the other direction. It's something like this. We say, okay. And now we do the same sketch on that. And again, I hope that there would actually be an easier solution. Wait. Can I just... I don't want to export. I simply want to copy and paste. Copy. Well, okay. We only want to copy the sketch. Can I do that? Just out of curiosity, if I now say, hello, you little sketch, you are now supported by this datum plane instead of this. Yeah, look at that. That works. Nice. I mean, if I now modify this, I think it will not automatically modify that as well. But hey, I mean, at least we did not have to model it again. Okay, and now a loft between the two. And I hope that the fact that they share an axis up here is not going to be an issue. It might be, in which case we have to rethink this whole strategy and maybe move this up slightly or something so that we get a bit of an edge up here. I have no idea. We have to try. Yes, both of these. Apparently it doesn't like that. At least it doesn't do anything, right? You and you. I want... Wait. You... You loft. Oh no, that actually looks good. Right. Nice. Not bad, huh? Okay. So... that actually looks good. I'm not so sure about the 60 degrees. I think that might a bit... Wait. So out of curiosity... Yeah, I think that will not be a problem, really. The angle. I mean, even 90 would almost work. So the magnet in that thing is strong, which means we actually can do that. So 60 degrees it is. And good point, since I designed everything parametric, changing the parameters will actually also change this copied sketch. But if I should want to change the shape, I will have to retrace my steps with the other one as well. Okay, now we need to create a pad here for the charger to actually drop in. So we are going to create another sketch on this datum plane, which we we actually charger plane. We actually give this a name. So we create another sketch on that thing. And we will actually copy. Wait, I want to do that for the sketch. No, for that sketch? Which one? Is this the right one? Yeah, this is the right one. We are going to copy this thing here because then we have the midpoint, a reference in our new sketch. And then we are going to create a circle here and give this a diameter of spreadsheet, and the church bells are ringing. Hooray, charger. Dia. And we are actually going to add a small margin so that stuff fits a bit better. Close. And then we are going to create a... And for some reason, it is bigger than I think I actually... See, and now we have the problem that I have to adjust the sketch because I did some mistake here with the calculation, I think. Yeah, I forgot to add 2 times wall to this. For some reason. Though I was absolutely sure that I did. That is weird. Yeah, now of course we have to do that here as well. Annoying. But hey. That looks better. What I now fear is if I extrude this down, it will pierce this, so we might have to increase the wall strength. But first of all, let's see what happens. So we are going to pocket this. Yeah. Yeah, we need more beef to this whole thing because right now... Actually, wait, we are doing this differently. Haha, I have a better idea. What we're going to do instead is we are going to use this sketch here. Wait, so we are removing this for now. We are creating another sketch on the charger plane. And we are going to copy this one here fully. And turning this into regular model geometry. And then we are going to extrude this. Pad this by the charger height plus some wall, I would say. I'm not too happy with this edge here back there, to be honest, but we'll see how that looks in the end. Did I say that this is all still very experimental here? And then we are going to try this whole hole making again, but we need this reference. And then put a circle in there with the charger, with the charger dia plus, no, not plus. Yes, plus, but not that plus. Plus, let's say 03. And we actually have to move this sketch into Z, offset the sketch into the Z direction by the same amount that we extruded before. So spreadsheet.charger height plus spreadsheet.wall. And now it is on the top surface of this thing. I'm really not so sure if I like this, but let's continue and see how it ends up looking in the end. And this is now spreadsheet, charger height, yeah, just and also, yeah, a bit of a margin there. Do we like that? I'm so undecided. I don't know, somehow it would be better, I think, if it extended a bit here, right? So that this part is also snug with the wall. But, I forgot the cutout for the cable. So this is going to be turned into construction geometry briefly. Oh, that's really badly visible, but hey. This goes here, this goes here, and this goes here. And these two are symmetrical to this axis. And all of this has the diameter of spreadsheet.cable, charger cable, plus, I don't know, let's give it another 0.5 millimeter, or maybe give it another millimeter, just because we can. So that there really is some space there. And then, because we need some kind of height here, we are simply going to spec this at, oops, sorry. Ooh. Yeah, wonderful. We are simply going to spec this at 5 millimeters as well, because it needs some sort of height. Now we are going to add a center arc starting here and going from this point to this point. And it has 1 degree of freedom still. Why? Where does it have this degree? Didn't I just give this a size? Weird. I am slightly confused, but okay. Now we have it. And now there's actually a cutout for the cable. I'm so utterly unsure, though, if I like this or not. Like, completely unsure. Let's see how it looks if we round off some of these corners. So, first of all, these are way too sharp. And we can actually go with a lot here. That was too much. No? Okay. And the same, actually we also want to do this to the bottom here. This is probably not going to work. Yeah. There we go. So that looks decent, I would say. Also, we are going to increase the wall strength to 2 millimeters because that gives me a bit more flexibility with regards to rounding stuff off here. Because I want this to have a fillet of 0.9. Hi, Kuchenkerze. Looks a bit weird down there, but hopefully not too weird. And then I also get, I guess I also want to, so that needs that needs to be rounded off a bit. Can actually go up there. No, we can't. Why not? Hello? So it doesn't like rounding this for some reason. Do we really want that? Still not 100% sure if I like this shape. Do you all have a better idea to achieve this? Because I'm really, really unsure right now if I like this. Yeah, no, not the cable management. I'm really unsure about the basic approach here right now. So like this here being the wall and then this thing sitting at this angle here. I'm utterly unsure if I like that. 30-degree revolution of a rectangle matching the part that is away from the wall. Oh, that could work, yeah. So basically like this, right? Yeah. Yeah. Do we want that? Do we like that? Let's see. So we are going to do another, basically. Ooh, Jesus. And then we are going to revolve that around the x-axis, but not by 360, but by 30. Was it 70 that we went for? Yeah, right. In the other direction. Okay. How do we like that? Do we like that? At least it looks more like one piece now. So that is nice. Yeah, I like that better. Thank you. That was a great idea. That looks way less weird than it did before. We can actually lift this completely flat. The outer rim. Which one? Like this part? Because, yeah, that was the plan. So if I say you and you are also getting a fillet here with, yeah, but with 0.9. Yeah. That is looking better. Definitely. So it would print like that, and it might need some support here, but not much. Yeah, I'm also not too happy with the idea of a dangling wire. The problem is I'm also not a huge fan of cable channels where you have to press the wire in for it to stay. Because in my experience, that usually doesn't end well for the wire's insulation. So but it might actually be a good idea here. How would you suggest we do the wire routing here? First of all, I'm going to save. Also, let me quickly check. If I imagine that there is... Because I just realized maybe I need to actually leave some... Make the angle a bit less steep because or do some larger distance to the wall, because I just noticed I actually also need some space at least for the wristband to go, right? I mean, if I put this like that. Channel in the... Yeah, it's going to be taped down, so that is not so good, because then I cannot easily remove it if anything is wrong with the wire. So putting a channel on the back here, not a good idea. And the charging thing, so the socket will be to the left side of this, as we are looking at it now. So maybe putting it there would also be an option. I mean, you will see the wire anyhow. But there is a shelf unit pretty close by, and I plan to hide the cabling in there a bit. And I mean, as long as everything is straight or somewhat straightish, I don't really take that big of an offense to a wire. Yeah, the wire situation here is really the tricky bit, I fear. Unless, of course, I mean, we could also figure out... Yeah, but I cannot make it easily removable from the wall, because the only way that I can mount it there is by using tape strips. So I don't really have the option to use screws or anything like that. Wrap the cable one or more times around the body of the part near the wall. Ah, so you mean something like... I'm trying to... Wait. So something like it goes up, and then it goes something like this around the backside of the thing. Also, I really cannot click on that right now, Tanya. I fear. Or can I? I can try. Let's see where that... Oh, that great. That opens up where it doesn't help me at all. How is it mounted? That only goes... yeah. This is exactly the kind of press fit stuff that I'm not a big fan of, to be honest. Because usually either it doesn't fit at all, or it fits so well that it destroys the cabling. Yeah, I was trying to visualize a coil parallel to... So here's the wall. Here's the wall. And the idea was, or the way that I understood you, was something like doing it like that. So if you look from it from the side, this is the wall where my hand is. Here there would be the thing where the charger sits in, and that thing coils around the charger. Is this how you meant it? Yeah, I don't really have anything to visualize the charger thing. If this is the wall mount, you're oopsala. Yes, okay. You said yes, that is good. Can make an attachment part that you stick to the wall where you can slide the actual part over. See, and this is also where where it's getting way too mechanically complicated again for me personally to like, because I don't want to have to think about sliding parts and clearances for that when all I need is to put this thing to a wall and never remove it again, hopefully, and still want to be able to remove the charger. That's all. Oh, church bells are ringing. Yeah, keep it simple, stupid. Exactly. I mean, we can do all of this, but we are talking about a wall mount here for charger. We are not talking about an elaborate mechanical design, or at least not something that should be too difficult. But I actually do like the coiling it around the part idea. But I think we need some more clearance for that up there, right? That is way too tight, because that thing here has a minimum bending radius that it can do. So we need at least something like 17 millimeters up here. Well, 15 millimeters up here, plus wall. So 17, something like that. So 15 millimeters cable clearance. And then we could go around it. Whew. Just wondering if that would cause issues from... Or I just route it to the side. There. Just like this, and have it come out... wait, you're not seeing that? Have it come out somewhat close to here. Basically pretty much next to the wall, and then have it go parallel to the wall where it needs to go to plug in. And not actually wrap it around anything, just have it sit there. But have the cable grabbed somehow, or in a very slim channel. And that would also give us some more clearance to the wall, which we need in order to make room for the wrist straps of the watch itself, right? So that could work. Of course, that means we pretty much have to change the sketches again, but that is not that big of a problem. Let's try that out. So what did we say? We said 15 millimeters clearance for the wire, right? For the cabling. Cable clearance. That is 15 millimeters. I think we don't even use this anymore, right? Mount height, but yeah, let's keep it regardless. So we need to change these two sketches here. I think, do we actually need to change them, or do we only need to change the second one? Let's try changing only that, because I have an idea here that might work or might not work. We have to check. So we also now add charger cable. No, how did we call that? Cable clearance. Cable clearance. Yeah. And another wall for that, actually. So what happens if we do this? How does the loft look? Did I miss calculate something here that looks enormous. No, I did not. That is correct. Okay. And then we are not actually doing this cutout down here, but up there. So we remove this again, and we remove... Yeah, we remove this again. And recreate it up here. Plop, 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 plop. This one is also vertical. Then we have cable, charger cable. How big was it actually? I think we can really do with that without any kind of margin. And oops, and this needs to be symmetrical, and this needs to have a height of 5 or something like that as well. And then we need to redo the circle like before as an arc that goes from this to this, because FreeCAD really doesn't like it when stuff crosses over and something is still... Why did it remove this again? It did this earlier as well. I have no idea. But okay, then we are simply going to redo it. Spreadsheet.cable, bam, 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 close. We need to remove all the fillets and the revolution, because all of that stuff needs to be calculated now. We also remove this for now. And we actually turn this here into our cable clearance. No, wait, do we? Yes, we do. And then, the plot thickens. We also do something like this. So these are vertical. This is vertical. This is also cable clearance. No, charger cable. And then we are going to... Wait. Those are going to be helper lines for now. That was wrong. You and you, helper line. And then we are going to... Yeah, bend radius. The problem though is if I... Wait. Fitted. Constraint preserving. So we are going to do this. And also this. And this. And this. Hello, I want to target you. Thank you. Will be equal. Hi, Lexitus. Yeah, FreeCAD setup. All about that right below here. Right over there on the bottom bar. Everything is there. How I set this up. And this we are now going to make. The radius is going to be half the channel. First of all, spreadsheet, cable, charger cable, divided by 2. Huh? That doesn't look like 2.5 millimeters. Not even remotely. Five millimeters. Why isn't this going there? Something is off here. But what? Not radius. Oh! Thank you. It's the diameter that I set. That keeps happening. Okay, then we are simply not dividing by 2 and it should be fine. Ah, look at that. Thank you. Do we actually want that though? Yeah, I'm wondering that too, because right now it looks a bit ugly, right? Yeah. You and so wait, first of all, you are going to be and we are going to remove this line. If I can, first of all, I'm going to remove this constraint because right now it's a bit difficult to even get this line. And also this point. Okay. And then we are going to add an arc. It goes from this point, from here to here. And this is tangential. And something is over-constrained. Utterly over-constrained. Ah! Heikles! Hey, hey. I think it is this constraint, maybe, that is still causing me issues. Yeah, that was the problem. Now, does this look good? Or does this look good? The problem is that this also needs to be a tangent constraint. Yeah. Then we say that you and you are coincident. And now we need to define this whole clearance thing again. So we say that from this point to this point, we need a vertical distance of our cable clearance. So cable clearance, there we have it. Bomb and bomb. And something is still... Ah, right. Yeah, we also have to say that these 2 points are symmetrical to this thing. And now everything is finally fully constrained. And actually looks okay-ish, right? I just hope that this banding radius there isn't too problematic for this wire. But let's say we have... I'm wondering if I should maybe increase it, to be honest. Let's try that. I mean, it shouldn't be that big of a problem. That could be a bit too optimistic. So instead of 5 millimeters, let's just try charger cable. No, not charger cable. We are going to try 8 millimeters. I said we are going to try 8 millimeters. Thank you. Or actually, charger cable times 2. 10. I mean, why not? Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting to remove the the top cam again. Sorry. I really need some. I should build myself a little beep blinky thing somewhere here in this area where I look when I work on the stuff, that I can actually see that this thing is on top, because I keep forgetting it. A foot pedal, that would also be a good idea, actually. Should be easy to build. What did I say? Charger cable times 2. That looks like it should do it, right? Yeah. That is nice now. I have too much clearance up here, though. That needs to be changed as well. So, wait, which... No, that wasn't a cutout sketch, that was this sketch. So we are taking away 1 times wall. I'm not sure that I can measure that well with the radius gauge, but I can... Sometimes it does not accept my changes. Now, there we go. Yeah. Why is there so much wall still up there? Still looks like it is only 1 times wall, maybe? Yeah, 1 time. No, 2 times wall. No, 1 time wall. The other time wall is up down here. We only need 1 times wall. One wall, not 2 walls. No need to make it so overly... Yeah, that is good now. I like that. I mean, of course, that all needs a rounding over and such, but hey, look at that. That is actually looking fairly nice. And now we need to repeat the thing that we did back here. So we are going to put another sketch on here. Then we will copy this edge and this edge, and then we make another rectangle from this point to this point, and then close it, and then revolve around the x-axis by minus 30 degrees. Oh, that wasn't minus, that was... I keep forgetting that this should be done like that. Okay, but minus 30 degrees. Okay, bam. Yeah. And now I'm also less worried about the space for the wristband, because that should fit nicely here into the side now. So that looks... Yeah, I like that. I really kind of like that now. I mean, it's still a bit of a chunky boy, really, but should work out fine, I hope. I might run into some issues, though, maybe with the support for printing this, but we'll have to see. This gets 2 command strips here in the back, and then just boop, glued to the wall that way. And then I can remove them again when I move out, because apartment dweller, rented apartment, blah, blah. I do not want to drill into ceramic. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, back to the filleting. Always sounds like I want to, I don't know, prepare food instead of So you get a fillet. Ah. Oh. Sometimes, there we go. Sometimes it's a bit tricky to hit these things. There is a setting for that, but I keep forgetting to use it. So this is going to be spreadsheet.cable with cable charger cable divided by 2, but 5mm channel thickness and fillets of 2.5 on each side. This is going to make FreeCAD cry sad tears. So we are going to subtract 0.05 millimeters from this 0.05 like that. And then it will be happy. So there will be a small amount of, this is not filleted in the middle, but should still work. Right. So this is actually looking fairly nicely. Now I just have to think about the order in which I continue filleting things here. So we want this and also this circle and this part which goes around here and this part which goes around here at 0.9. Same problem as before because we have a 2mm. Actually, let's do the same trick that we did. So we are going to use the wall value, divide by 2 and subtract 0.05. Why didn't that work? Oops. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Not 3M command strips, but something very, very much similar. And what I'm currently thinking is that, I mean, this channel goes all the way down, but if you look at the charger, there's actually, the cable is only in the middle of the charger, not at the bottom. So I'm thinking this should not be going down all the way, but that means we need another sketch actually in 2 pocket operations. But yeah, we are going to do this properly. So command back. We are removing these fillets again to not run into any issues anyhow. And then we are also going to, I really need to do the revolution now instead of later. Remove this sketch, remove this pocket. Do this as a master sketch charger. Charger master sketch. Okay, and now another. Is this the right? We need another datum plane actually. Or we just throw it on the same. Wait. No, I don't put an Octoprint logo in there. I really don't need Octoprint everywhere in my life. Okay, so another sketch on the charger plane, but with an offset on the z-axis of this value there. Bam. And then we are going to copy this geometry. And then we are going to create a circle with this size. And this is going to be our charger cutout first. And then we do another sketch onto the charger plane with this offset. And this will be this whole channel, but at a less deep cut. And I have to figure out what that is, but probably something like charger height divided by 2 plus half of the cable size or something. Anyhow, we will need this, 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 this. I said also this. Yes, and I also said this, right? Okay. All of this will become all of, oh God. No. All of this will become sketch geometry. And then we also put a line from here to here. And we are done with that. And we don't want to see the chart, the master sketch anymore. And then we are going to pocket that at spreadsheet.charger height divided by 2 plus spreadsheet.charger cable divided by 2. Yeah. And then we do the stuff that we did earlier again. So we fillet this channel with half its width minus a smidge. So far, so good, right? Then this, and also this, and this get, what did we say? Wall divided by 2 minus 0.1 or something. Wall with 2. It's not a wall, it's a wall. Wait, we are undoing this because I first actually want to fillet this and this. And that also makes it easier because now I only have to mark up this and wait, no, I don't. I think I only have to mark up this, and this will be one line if I'm not mistaken. Okay, maybe that was a bit too optimistic. What just happened? Heh. I think the capture mechanism here is going a bit differently than what I would expect. Things are weird. But that was apparently due to the big radius. So that way everything is as I would expect it to be. Nice. Kind of. Can we fillet this or will that make it freak out? That will make it freak out for some reason. Okay, then we don't fillet that. I understand. And I forgot this part again. Why didn't you stop me? Keep doing the same mistake. And actually, before I start doing this again, I want this as a parameter as well, because then I do not have to do calculations in my head. So we have to wait. Where did we do the other sketch? That was here, right? So that now gets I need to find where the angle. Oh, we created a. Ah, yeah, that was the charger plane. That okay. Here, there we go. Because that now will actually be spreadsheet.angle. And I defined it wrong, but yeah, I will fix this in a bit. There we go. And yeah. And then we do this thing again where we rotate it around the x-axis, but this time reversed by angle 90 minus angle. And now that is also parametric, and we can just play around with that until we like it as well. Well, okay. Back to this fillet, which for some reason I removed, but I can't remember why. Wall. There we go. Oh, right, because I forgot the back thing there. Okay. Yeah. That actually looks fairly nice-ish now. The wire will simply go like that. Will hopefully stay in there. I think so. I mean, the thing is wide enough for the cable itself, because the cable itself, I think, is way less than 5. We are looking at, yeah, something like 3. So there is enough clearance there. Only the big part at the bottom is 4.5. So we have some clearance there as well. Would it be applicable to refine the surface? So the problem, I'm not actually sure that we can refine anything here, because I think we need all those things. But let's see. So what I could imagine is that maybe we can refine the revolution here, but I'm not so sure. Oh, we can actually. So that that thing is away. Is away. Is gone. Then also when we did this pad on top of this here, maybe we can also refine something there. Let's see what happens if we do. Yeah, it needs that because the angle here changes. So that is logical that we have. I mean, this here is coplanar, but this isn't, and this is a. I mean, we have an thing, an Übergang. We do have an angle here that we have to take care of, so we cannot refine that. But hey, so you have to think about that. I think a bit in terms of a wireframe. So if you have, for example, if how to explain that? A transition. Thank you. Sometimes my brain just completely blanks in terms of word finding. Then I can think of the German word when I'm talking English, or I can think of the English word when I'm talking German, but the other way is just impossible to do. But yeah, what I wanted to say is, so if you think about that in terms of wireframes, then what you need here is you actually need these things here to be able to define this curve here. So you need this edge for that, and you need this edge for that, because this curve here depends on both of them in some way. This here, I would imagine that this actually is not needed because this, I mean, this that divides this surface only subdivides the surface, but for some reason it cannot refine it away. So maybe because all of this, so the first body was basically what is spanned up by this, and then we put something else on here which is defined by this and this, and for some reason it wants this line to be there. But this here is actually needed, and this is also actually needed, because otherwise you cannot define the starts and end points of these curved surfaces here. But yeah, the rest looks good. And I mean, of course, we could also just have gone with this, but I feel that would not be very stable on the wall. So, of course, the next step will be to print that. Also to figure out how to print that, because I'm a bit worried about these angles here. They could work, but they might also need support. If we just increase the angle here, though, let's see. If we say we do not go with 60 degrees here, but we actually go with, yeah, Wortfindungsprobleme. German has a word for everything. Was it 70 or 60, the steeper one that we were 50? Let's try 50. Or actually try 45. Let's try 45. Just out of curiosity. 45 degrees. How does this look? I mean, now it should be fully printable without supports here, right? Because this is 45, that should work. This up there is 45, that should work. Should work. The only thing that I'm now wondering is if I really want this, all of this here to be so massive. And I'm wondering if I can save a bit on material here somehow. Then again, it isn't that big, so let's save and export this for printing, and let's check out how long it will actually take. Firing Akukura is just taking a while. The question is how best to do that. Also, I'm just now wondering, I think I should actually not hollow this out so much, because right now it's steeper than the charger, slightly, and the watch actually needs to sit snug on it. So let's quickly change that in the pocket operation that did this, which was that one here. And instead of going with this, we are actually going to make it look out a bit. That should hopefully work better now. I normally print in 0.2 actually, but I had some draft printing going on recently that simply, yeah, cried for or screamed for 0.3. For a ton of yeah, for a ton of inserts for these, because I don't need them to be beautiful or anything, so I just printed them at 0.3 and as fast as possible. But this one is supposed to look a bit nicer, so it's also not going to be printed in green tech. But let's first import that thing. It's not that big actually, right? And then we are going to print that in I think the only white I still have, I think, is Arion. Yeah, no, it's that one. That one is mine. Ooh, there's some horrible, horrible geometry going on here, and if this was Blender, I would now feel extremely horrified by this outcome. But given that this is a completely mechanical design and it will probably not really show up in FDM anyhow, I think we can ignore it, but yikes. There is some N-chord action going on there. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I usually run. I have 04 nozzle size and 02 layer size normally. So we are going to go here with draft. I want to keep the slightly faster speed though. Infill 20% can probably even work with less, but let's just out of curiosity, how long will this take? Oh, that's I think we can live with that at 70 grams of filament and 1 hour. And does it need support anywhere? We allowed it to generate some, but nope. Oh wait, we allowed it to generate some from the build plate. The question is, wait, would it need any? No, not really. It's happy, right? There's nothing red here. So that would work. I will have to dig through my filament stash though before I can print that because, ugh, Jesus, the polygons here are messy. You. Does this negatively influence the... Ah well, it'll work. Oh, I also forgot something. I wanted to fillet the inside as well. Because that thing also has a rounded bottom, so I can do that. Let me quickly fix this. Yeah, so this here. This here. There we go. Completely forgot that. I think the reason that this is messy is, if you look closely, that the whole geometry in this thing, due to the whole, yeah, Blender could probably subdivide that so that it would look less horrible. Maybe there is a refinement option in FreeCAD. I don't know, to be honest. But the problem is that probably my guess here is that the poly count, the poly count in this whole model is a bit too low for things to render nicely. If we look at this here, that looks fine. But up here with the fillets, it gets a bit yuck. I mean, you can even see the same artifacts that we just saw in Cura. You can see them here. So that is really some tight stuff going on here with this really thin hairline, and I think that is the reason why the triangles are a bit misshapen here, because you actually have a tight radius of 0.9 millimeters, I think, and I don't know. But let's see if we can. Is there some form of refinement here? I have no idea, to be honest. I never looked for it. And would I even find this in the settings? That is the import-export. Do we have STL here as step egress? No. dvg-dxf import? No. Yeah, I'm looking. I'm searching. If you want, you can also Google and try to help me here while I'm going through the through the things here and hoping that I find something here. Document maybe. Storage. Nope. Oh, maybe I should also set that in the future. But oh no, I mean, yeah, in theory, it would be nice to continue this droop, but in my particular setup, that would actually be bad because the cable needs to go to the side and not down because the plug is up. So what I don't, it would have to go something like this, and that is really not making a bit of a big difference whether it goes this way and this way. And so I'm going with this way because that way it is anchored more and I don't have to worry so much about things drooping. So for my particular setup, the way it is now, it's actually perfect with regards to the cable routing. For someone else's setup, I guess it would make sense to make this go down. For example, if the plug is down, but in my case, nope. Maximum mesh deviation. So where import, export, and then mesh formats. Oh god, this window is way too small. Wait. Edit. Preferences. Import, export. Mesh formats. Last tab at top of the right page. I only see step here. Might be that this changed in some version. Yeah, I figured. What else do we have here? Tessellation. Okay, when your document is open in Part Design, go to FreeCAD settings and select Part Design. FreeCAD settings. I guess that means preferences. Does it? Maybe? And select Part Design, Form View. Yeah, right. This is also something, by the way, that I always figure I should at some point add to Octoprint because people also... Part Design. Because people might actually then find stuff. Part Design, Form View, we have Shape View, we don't have Form View, but there is a max deviation. So we are going to reduce this to, let's say, 0.1%. Right? 0.01, this low. Like this. Oh, it doesn't even let me do that. It needs to be done that way. Okay, we are going to try that. Apply. Okay. Do we have to do anything for this to be applied? Because I'm still seeing these things here. Yep, the rectangle thingies. Well, we are going to export again and say, at C, not at say. Export that one. Save. Yeah. Reload. Slice. Nah, it's still a bit yucky. Especially there and there. And that's also where it is doing some weird stuff with the slicer, but I think, I mean, honestly, it will work, I guess. Yeah. It should work, hopefully. Can you scale it up by 300 and scale it down again in this? Oh, can I? Without changing all the... yeah. I can try to open the... Okay. Cura can do FreeCAD files? That's news to me, but hey, I'm going to try that. That's interesting. Doesn't look like it. Can do, it can do DIE and object, but I don't see FCSTD here. Paid version. Yeah, no paid version here. But let's wait. What else could this do? I mean, we could try if it maybe is just something in the STL export. Let's see if we can just export. I want to export that. I did select this. You wanted to turn greenish. Okay, fine. Export that thing. And this time we are going to try, where's object? There, no, that is OFF. Yeah, I want to try export to object, but Elias mesh, is this the right thing? That sounds weird. But yeah, it's the only thing that, yeah, let's try that. That just out of curiosity. 3MF, can we export in 3MF? Nope. I don't think so. We have a ton of stuff here, but 3MF doesn't seem to be a part of it. Maybe there is an exporter plugin or something, but nothing here. So object. Let's see. How does this work? Does this look better? No. It has the same problems. Well. We are going to stay with the STL then. It certainly is something that is not related to the export, but related to the whole modeling process. And yeah, I mean, let's be honest, it is a bit weird what I did there, here and there, and tight stuff, and big curves like this, big surfaces, rounded surfaces like this, also in Blender can be a bit of a mess, with angles on the sides and such, But you know what? Actually, let's try just. I don't want to save that. Let's just see what happens if we restart FreeCAD. Maybe it needs a restart. So, to accept this mesh deviation stuff. It's loading again. Let's see what happens. Only one way to learn, right? So, what do we have? Nah, we still have the same thing here and here. There's one other thing that I'd like to see if it helps. Just out of curiosity, really, what happens if we make this fillet here a bit smaller yet? Nah, doesn't really help either. Looks slightly better, but there is still artifacts there. But they only happen when we fill it. Do they? Yeah. I mean, at least here, there's nothing that is weird optically. But I guess, I mean, if you look at this, this has line segments and this has line segments, and we round both of them over, and then it tries to push stuff into other stuff. It's just, yeah, we probably need a way higher resolution for this to work. What if you were to clone the object as a whole and scale to 200 then when imported into Q? Yeah, that was, I think, the suggestion by Romses earlier. First of all, let's return to that. But I fear I would have to design it from the get-go in a way higher things. What formats support ARCs? That's a really good question. question is if the Open Cascade kernel inside FreeCAD even does model this stuff as arcs. I have no idea, to be honest. If this radius here was the same as this radius, then this whole thing would probably also look better, because now polygons are getting stretched. So let's see, can I reset the project information maybe? No. I was wondering, after what JPT Lizzie said here, if I can change the units of this thing, but probably not, because I gave everything in millimeters, right? Yeah. You know what? I think we are over-engineering things here. If this was some kind of art thingy, or if we absolutely required a 100% fine surface here, yes, this would merit all this effort that we are now starting to spend on this. But considering that is not, then yeah, we are simply going to do it like that. Because when we slice this, it pretty much looks completely normal. I mean, we have, oops, I always try to use the FreeCAD movement stuff then, and I mean, this looks totally fine here. Apart from a Z-seam here, and that's okay. The slicing result is what counts, and that just doesn't care about all of this. The only thing that I'm wondering right now is if I should really print this with 20% infill, or if I should just lower that. But then on the other hand, 1 hour, 10 minutes, let's just print it at what it is set to and be fine with it. Yeah. I can't print it now though, because the wrong filament is in there, and I can't access the right filament, because for that I have to deassemble the whole lighting setup first. But I will definitely print this right after, and throw the resulting image on Twitter, so that you can see that it worked or not worked. I mean, maybe that will also be a spectacular failure, and I'll have to redesign some stuff or something. But at least this looks really promising. And should hopefully solve my current issues of constantly forgetting my watch, or forgetting to put on my watch and just put it in there. I still will need some kind of extension cord for the USB cable, because I think it is a bit too short to reach where it needs to reach, but I will hopefully find a solution for that as well. So, yeah. If this works out, I will throw it on Thingiverse / Prusa printers. I also still need to do that with the backplate that I did last week. I started doing it on Monday, and then all hell broke loose, or not on Tuesday, I think, or something. And then, yeah, I kind of drowned in Octoprint related stuff. So, yeah. Depending on the chosen color filament, a light sanding might also do the trick. How is your experience with sanding PLA? Because mine has been pretty bad. So I usually don't even try anymore. Maybe I'm trying it too aggressively, I don't know, but in my experience it usually looks worse after. Wet only. Yeah, I tried wet, but it's still, I mean, if I print this in white, it's not going to matter much, but if I do this in color, then it just discolorates. So if I sand PLA, I usually then also have to prime and paint it, because otherwise it just looks shitty. At least with the stuff that I tried. So I sadly do not have anything on hand here. Do I? Nope. Nope, I don't. Yeah, filling is also. I have some fine. Yeah, some fine filler stuff here, but I still haven't really tried that. But for this nah. That would be way too much effort for something that is just supposed to pretty much be invisible in my bathroom. Heat gun finish, like basically vapor smoothing, but not with vapor, but with heat, or what? Interesting. Never thought about that. After sanding a gentle heating, like warming your piece before brazing. Ah, interesting. Can someone explain to me why these two sketches are visible? That is weird. Huh. Okay. Anyhow, uh, mission accomplished, I would say. At least the first prototype, and hopefully also the final thing. For now, unless this turns out to be horribly, horribly designed, and I need to change that, this has been all on my immediate to-do stack, or rather to design stack. So the next FreeCAD related stream might be some ways out, but I will make sure to post that to Twitch and to Twitter, most importantly, of all, again. When it happens. Might also be that next week I suddenly realize, oh damn, I need this and that, and then there will be another one, but it could also take longer. But yeah, that has been kind of fun doing that. I also learned some new tricks for the whole OBS scene setup. And also learned some new tricks here. So thank you all for attending, and yeah, hope it was fun. I will also put the recording up on my YouTube channel again tomorrow once this stream is over 24 hours, because Twitch exclusivity. Damn, that's a tricky word. Embargo thingy. And yeah, then we'll hopefully also be able to reach people and help people in the future. Yeah. Okay, so thank you all, and have a good day, evening, night, morning, afternoon, whatever, and take care. Bye bye.